Hello, everyone. Welcome back. My name's Jeff, obviously, and tonight we're reacting to another sponsored request. This one is one that I tried to get up back when I did the reaction for TVXQ with Bolero. This is a request from the same user, so shout out to our Patreon supporter, Suyu. Um, like I said, I wanted to get to this like right after that one, but that one ended up going longer than I expected, and then I got caught up with KCON stuff again. Which, by the way, KCON was absolutely awesome. Had a ton of great experiences. Um, I'm thinking maybe doing like a live stream if anybody is potentially interested in that, where maybe I kind of show some pictures and some of the recordings and stuff that I got, because I make these concert experience videos where I do something similar, but KCON, I have between 1,400 and 1,600 pictures, and I don't really want to go through them all to well, pictures and recordings. I don't really want to go through them all to make one of those videos. I might anyway, but we'll see. But back to why we're here tonight. This is TVXQ live at the Tokyo Dome with Love in the Ice. Now, I think I mentioned this as part of the Bolero video, but this one was requested again by the same user. But they knew that I maybe was hit or miss on the actual song when I heard it on Killing Voice, but they think I'll really enjoy it with the 5 members and seeing it live. So definitely willing to give it a chance, because I didn't dislike it, by the way, on Killing Voice. It was beautiful. It was just, to me, it had too much going on. So looking forward to the live performance. I'm not sure if this is going to get blocked on YouTube. Somehow the Bolero video did not, so fingers crossed that you guys are actually watching this on YouTube and not Patreon right now. But that's enough of an intro. Let's head over and check out TVXQ, Love in the Ice. By the way, I did already pull up lyrics. I know this has English subs. The Bolero video went pretty long because I ended up trying to like figure out the differences between the translation I had over here and the subtitles. So this time we're going to watch with subtitles the first time, and then I'm going to turn them off and only talk about the lyrics on the second playthrough. And that crowd is insane. They've got, hold on. They've got these beautiful soft deliveries. That's what I was waiting for. I do love this, even though it's so simple. I don't even know what, like, just this sound that they're making, the ha kind of thing. Yes, sir. Love those strings playing along too. Hold on. I don't normally stop in the middle on the first playthrough, but while these two are harmonizing, look at this guy's stage presence. He's just like standing there, commanding the attention, even though he's not the one singing, and the harmony is beautiful. Ooh, nice layer there. This is where it starts adding a lot in. Alright, sir. Come on with the high note. He's still going. Absolutely gorgeous harmony there. Gorgeous. That was nice. So there was that one part where it did get really busy, but it was really well done live. I don't know, it sounds, I mean, it's obviously the same song, but it sounds quite different to me hearing the live version than the Killing Voice version. And obviously part of that is that the Killing Voice version is just a small clip. Part of it is that the live version has, 5 members versus 2. But the live version, even though I mentioned that it has that part where it gets really busy, where there's a bunch of layering parts, it didn't feel as, well, I'm going to say busy again, but it didn't feel like there was as much going on with this performance as there was with the Killing Voice performance. So I don't know if that's my perception. I don't know if it's because they altered it a bit for it to be live. I don't know if it's because with only 2 members in the Killing Voice version, they're picking up more parts, so it feels like there's more going on. I don't know. It could be a combination of all that, or again, it could just be that I'm imagining stuff. So first impression of the song itself, from what little I did pay attention to the lyrics, because because, like I said, we're going to follow along with lyrics on a separate screen just in case. But it seemed like it was a song of almost like reassurance. Like this person might be afraid to fall in love or to just experience love. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic love, but they've walled themselves off behind ice, so to speak, and that has been born from these, possibly from early memories or traumas or whatever. But they're saying like they will be the place that you can run to, that your heart can thaw out and, you know, feel warm and find love and experience happiness again. Not sure how completely accurate that is. That's just my initial thoughts here. So let's pull up the lyrics on this separate screen and we will watch again as soon as I can find my mouse that's now not cooperating. There we go. Okay. Now, fair warning, it does look like this is the English translation of the Korean version, so I don't know how much different the Japanese version is, but just in case there's any discrepancies and anyone's a diehard TVXQ fan and you know all the different differences and nuances, just so you have the framework of what I'm actually going off of. So like I said, let's turn the subtitles off and watch it again. Okay, so this first verse, we've got your small cold hands and trembling lips, able to carry on as if nothing has happened. Are you afraid of remembering someone? So it's like it's like a conversation, or like two people are in front of each other, right? So there's the person who is the object of the love, or you in this case, and then there's them or whoever they're representing in the story. And they're like holding this person's hands, and it's like the person is trembling. They're but not necessarily. So they're likening that trembling to being cold, but it could also be anxiousness, whatever. But the small cold hands could be kind of like, again, that almost like a manifestation of the metaphorical ice that you might hide your heart behind when you've had difficulties. Are you able to carry, or not? It doesn't ask. It says able to carry on as if nothing happened, but then it says, are you afraid of remembering someone? So like there's a reason this person has walled themselves off, walled their heart off, and it's made them cold to their touch cold, metaphorically, of course. If your hands are actually super cold and your touch is like ice, you probably want to get that checked out. Go to a heart doctor. But so maybe they've experienced loss. That person that they loved before, maybe they died, maybe they betrayed them, whatever. Or so whatever it is that's causing them pain, they've kind of walled themselves off here. Struggling to swallow the words bubbling up to your lips. So they want to say something, but they're trying to keep it back. Like, we know certain words are hard to say, not physically, but because of the meaning behind them. So in this particular case, maybe the person is, they want to say I love you, but they just can't. They're trying to choke it back. But other things that can be hard to say, you know, I forgive you, I'm sorry, those kind of things. Like there's an emotional weight behind these words. So they're struggling to swallow those words that want to come out, but they don't want to speak them. Your back view is like falling white snow, melting bit by bit. When it says your back view, I have to imagine it's something like the person is trying to turn and walk away. But when it says like it's melting bit by bit, it's kind of like they're reluctant to do so. So this person wants to love, but they really don't know how, and they've kind of walled themselves off here. I actually think I like the subtitle lyrics better, but I don't know which one's actually accurate. Because I know I said I wasn't going to do this, but this line right here, like ice, your embraced heart slowly starts to thaw, makes a lot more sense. Because the heart has grown cold, but by like being in this person's embrace, they're starting to feel warmth and starting to feel these feelings that I was just talking about, and it's slowly starting to thaw, or in this case, melting bit by bit. I really should have asked in the other video which one y'all wanted me to go with for this one, but y'all didn't know I was doing this one, so it is what it is. Okay, actually, I lied. I'm going to go with the subtitles on the video because, like I said, this is an English translation of the Korean lyrics, and I believe this is subtitles for the Japanese. Sorry for jumping around back and forth. I don't really know which one to go with here. I don't remember which one was more trustworthy in the last one either. But, so, let's see here. For anyone to be loved by someone makes life in this world shine. So, again, we go back to that, we're continuing the story of like this person who maybe wants to be loved or, you know, should be loved, but they don't know how, or they don't necessarily want to be. So they're like conflicting feelings. I don't know. But they're saying like love makes the life worth living, like, because without love in all of its different forms, doesn't have to be romantic, but even friendship, just genuine caring for someone else, or of course romantic love, like it colors the world. Without that, it's almost like the world can be black and gray for people. Just to point out how much different the lyrics are, and I'm not going to do this throughout, but I want to illustrate this. This line is saying, for anyone to be loved by someone makes life in this world shine. The line over here is, just like the star that doesn't leave the dark night sky will carry this dream forever together with love and trust. That's so different. I don't know which one to go with. So now they're saying like, okay, you deserve love, and if it were me, like if you were giving me that chance, if I were the one who were able to show you that happiness, I'd make your heart warm once more with eternal tenderness. So they would thaw their heart with kindness and love and show them that they're worthy of that love again. Those strings playing with them are immaculate. Gorgeous high note, by the way. But the line here is really poetic. Even if fate's mischief pains the heart. So they're basically saying, even if life gives you hard times that bring you pain, whether it be, because even the happy times, even relationships, you know, if you've been in a relationship ever, you know, you fight with that person sometimes. So it's not always pure happiness all the time. But even if fate's mischief, life's plans go awry kind of thing, even if it brings you pain, there will be tears, but behind those, or on the other side of those, a single ray of light will swoop down into the darkness. That happiness, that love, that gorgeous voice. I like his delivery too, because if you notice his voice, so they just did this like powerful harmony, not super high note, but it was higher. And then his voice, he comes in, right? So watch this. So he comes in lower, and then he takes the diaphragmatic support away, and it's just delivered softly, almost breathy. And what I like about that delivery is how, like I said, we've just come from this high, and from the dynamics of a song, you can't stay high. You have to, you know, have ebbs and flows, ups and downs, whatever you want to call it, to really accentuate those highs and those lows. Otherwise, it's all... I've used this phrase before, like if every note is a high note, no note is a high note kind of thing. But also, from a storytelling standpoint, why I really wanted to point this out, it's like I said, we've come from this high point. Now we have this delivery of almost communicating this burden through the voice. So as strong as the feeling of suffering, it's like when he comes in with the low note, it's still supported, and then he takes the support away on purpose. And it's like his voice kind of sags under the emotional weight, just like he would, like the person in the story would be experiencing, like that feeling of suffering. And then if you listen closely, it's like he almost strains a couple of the words on purpose, because it's like he's trying to pull that burden along. So everyone is searching for a place that can heal their sadness and loneliness. Everybody wants love. Not everybody's lucky enough to have it, but everybody wants it. Beautiful harmonies, by the way. But they're saying, like, for you, your place where you can find that is right here, baby. I'm right here, arms wide open. And I'll protect your heart, I'll protect you, you don't have to worry. There's the light sticks. Actually, they're more like glow sticks, but whatever. Semantics. I like where the harmony adds in this higher layer. Okay, we're about to get into like the busy section here. So my heart is pained because this love is so beautiful. Don't be afraid. So I'm trying to find a way to describe that feeling. Like, ha- I've used the phrase that, someone is so pretty it hurts, or, you love someone so much it hurts. And I think the meaning or feeling behind that expression is tied to really just how deeply you care for them, that you couldn't imagine anything hurting worse than not having them. Um, but that's not really an adequate way of describing what's going on here. It's just the best I've got. Uh, it's so, for example, in my video that I did for Infinite Killing Voice, I mentioned Dongwoo being so talented it was like nasty, it's filthy, and I was like, it's kind of the same way, but in relation to love instead of appreciation. Is like, man, something is so good you have like a bad expression for it. But again, that doesn't quite describe it either. But hopefully, you'll see what I'm getting at. It's hard to put something this poetic into words because the words already describe the feeling, but trying to describe the feeling that they're describing is not so easy. Also, from the delivery though, you heard the other guy with the higher notes. He's like bending down and pushing it out, and really pushing the air out to get a little bit of extra volume there. But it's that also kind of, I don't know, it almost like accentuates the lyrics because it's like showing not real pain, but like it almost communicates pain in the style of singing. Watch. So he's like pushing it out. He's like straining forward. So even if it's just for a brief moment in time, this was beautiful. Musically, I like what they do here at the end. If you listen really closely, you can hear like a little chime effect. The reason I like that chime effect, and you might not have been able to hear it because I might have been talking over it, even though I tried to talk in between it, is because it really kind of accentuates like this little ice crystal type of imagery that we're getting with the title "Love in the Ice," and also this bouncing back and forth of the notes, almost like reflecting off of glaciers or ice crystals, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, beautiful song. So, Sue, you were right. I enjoyed it a lot more on the live performance. Not that I didn't enjoy it again on Killing Voice. It's just, it felt busy there. It didn't feel as overwhelming here. Gorgeous song, beautiful delivery. I really like at the end when they all came together for the harmonies, even though it wasn't anything lyrically important by that point. Um, I've mentioned there's a few things that I'm a sucker for when it comes to music in general in some of my other videos. So one of those things are beautifully blended string instruments into the music of the piece. One of the things is well done water choreo. One of the things is big group harmonies. And it's one of those reasons why I enjoy a lot of a cappella performances from certain groups like pentatonics, because when so many voices come together in a well done harmony, it just elevates a performance to the next level, man. But really enjoyed this one. Shout out to the Patreon supporters. I appreciate you guys. If you're not aware, this request was sponsored by a Patreon supporter. We do, of course, have a Patreon with free stuff and paid content over there. So paid content includes guaranteed prioritized requests every month, as well as access to things that we can't put here on YouTube, like this video if it ends up getting blocked. But also, we do have the request queue. Feel free to check that out. There's instructions in the description below on how to make requests, what I can and won't do, and a link to the queue so you can see what's been requested at any time. And then if you want to sponsor a request to get it to the top of the list, but you're not really feeling doing Patreon, there is a PayPal link down there that you can check out as well. So feel free to look into any or all of that. I look forward to seeing you guys for the next one. Thanks again. Take care, everybody.